Alright, redo. How's it going, everybody? Got me here to bring you another One Piece chapter review. I done goofed. And now I gotta fix it. So let's hope this sounds a little better than yesterday. So, as I was trying to say yesterday, chapter 1176 is out. We're getting a break next week, so I will be able to catch up on a few of other videos. And on top of that, the One Piece live action came out today, which, as I was saying yesterday, was what was gonna happen. But I already know, being a person that follows the source material very much, I don't know if I'll like it. I might give it a shot. Still haven't given season 1, but whatever. Enough rambling though. I guess we'll jump right into it since we ain't got much time. Let's make sure that sounds good. Anyways. So in this one we get a beautiful cover that is basically a replica, or not a copy. What is the word? Oh, my damn nose. Just trying to get through this and I can't. Whatever. Nice cover page. And like I said, you can kind of see in the back they replicate that a little bit with the live action one. But we'll just move it along because we've already taken up too much time in my head. Loki's Thrudhim roars out. Ow! It's one hell of a party over there, huh? What are you doing, Lilith? Isn't Vegapunk in that box? It's a good thing I unloaded it near the school. These are Omni Drain Converters, ODCs for short. Yeah, that's a mouthful. I'm fairly certain hover tech should be feasible in Elbeth, huh? Come again? Don't you feel it all over here? Don't you feel it over here? Back there, this place is teeming with energy. It's all around us. Have you ever tried harnessing anything stronger than cola to power yourself? Huh? Whoa, the flames have grown so much. This is a nightmare. The world really might be ending today. Did you see that thing? That dragon? It's so big. It even dwarfs Kaido. Then again, wasn't Luffy on his back? Does that mean it's on our side? That dummy always pulling some reckless stunt. You ready, Zeus? Yep, I'm ready. And then Jinbei. Oh, let's hurry. This will still be tricky, but at least we don't have to worry about the kids anymore. And there's Robin going for Saul. Saul. Sorry, I got no business lying around here at a time like this. Are you okay? And then here you go. Come on, Zeus. This is urgent. And she throws him into the fire. It's so sad. We've got to put out the fire at the school and library. Leave it to me, Nami. I saved up plenty of water like you asked. That's our perfect Nami. She's ready for anything. And then pouring rain tempo. Please, let this work. Nami, Zeus. Is that rain? Ah, go away. And then he sees Killian coming up. Hey, this wasn't part of the deal. Who said you could put out a fire? Gah, a monster. Watch out. Watch out, Zeus. Huh? Our terms were clear. You were meant to forsake all this world's history crap. And then Zeus gets eaten. And you go, Zeus. Was that a snake? No, it's a lindworm. Again, some of these fucking names. What I find most scary, a lindworm. Zeus. He was our last hope to put out those flames. Who is that guy? And then we see Jinbei. He must be one of those 3 demons. The ODCs are engaging, huh? And then we see what Lilith had starts spewing something out the bottom. Thermal energy absorption. I'm sure it's all mechanical noises and shit. And what is this thing? The flames are all out. Actually, what the? Everything's frozen. What happened? Seems like they did it. The fires in the school and the library have all been extinguished. Even calamities are ultimately just clumps of energy, says Lilith as she just casually throws Frankie a fucking bottle. Frankie, take a whirl. Hold up, this bottle looks like it's gonna burst. Yep, I call it Super Vega Cola. Your internal structure is truly magnificently designed. You're at least on par with the pacifistas, but I was shocked to learn you managed to run yourself on plain old cola. Listen good now. Your fuel is your passion. When you use this stuff, your power will explode. And obviously, that devilish look in her eyes. Whoa, it's so dark. Nami, save me. Zeus, I'm coming. Saul, can you make it to the library? He's all coughing and wheezing. Of course I can. Robin, you must be word sick. All this history was left to us by Ohara. And there we see that Lindworm trying to attack the library. Devour the library, dream demon. Don't give them even the faintest glimmer of hope. And then just... a new world can only be born by severing things like history. Nami, leave Zeus to me. He'll cough him right up after a strike from my fist. Whoa, was that a fish, man? They really are the most repulsive race in the world. If anyone's gonna gag, it'll be me. Good thing I brought my mask. That elitist attitude and gross ideology is typical for a celestial dragon. You really must be out of touch if you don't even recognize a former warlord like Jinbei. Now you're gonna pay for insulting a member of our crew. How about I kick a hole in that precious mask of yours? Oh, my nose. And then we see after Frankie seemingly drank that super cola. Super! My jumping power is unreal. All my muscles are raring to go. With this boost, any monster that crosses me is gonna be crying mercy after just one hit. And then you see them all combine their hits. Super strong fishman karate secret technique. And of course Sanji's Ifrit Jambe. Close enough. And one is gonna be going for, actually two of them going for this guy. And Sanji's just spitting super fucking quick. We see there Dexter, Vagabond Drill. They hit the Lindworm. And Sanji hits the shit out of Killiam. Konkase. In the West Village, giant demonic warrior pirates. Dory and Bragi are being fighting off the warriors of the West Village, which is Stanson, Harridan, Yaurul, and Zoro. And as we see, they've been attacking the demonified giants, but nothing's working. With the regeneration, we could only... Jesus Christ, my nose. With the regeneration, we could keep cutting them down over and over for eternity. And every one of them is a familiar face. Just seeing them get hurt pains us too. What the hell can we do to stop this? And as we see Dory and Bragi kind of having a little moment. Captain Dory, Captain Bragi. Dory, are you still in there? I'm barely hanging on, Bragi. We're in utter disgrace. How could we ever allow such mindless insults against an esteemed elder like Jarl to cross our lips? Taking his head would stain our honor for generations. Right? It never should have come to this. We're in agreement then. Of course we are. You guys zoom in on this shit. Of course we are. Farewell, partner. We'll never yield to these demons. A whole century of duels we had and a grand time of it together, didn't we? And as we see there, that little flashback of them clashing at Little Garden. We are warriors of Elbath. There's nothing left for us but to die with pride. And they chop each other's heads off. Chiefs! Dory, Broggy! Yells Zoro. Captain Dory, Captain Broggy. Why did they do that? And they seemingly turn back to normal, huh? What? You're both back to normal? Their minds are even back in... Their heads are even back in place. Then that means... death breaks the demonic curse. I'll get this thing out of here. Our gruesome corpses weren't a pretty sight for you all, but it seems your bodies return to working shape the moment you're flipped back. So we can go all out against the rest of them. There's no need to hold back. Now we know we just need to land fatal blows and they'll be restored. That means lopping off their heads will work. Fucking bloodlusted motherfuckers. We can even gouge their hearts out, but that's totally out of the question. I mean, they're our friends, right? Yeah, totally, dude. Hey, get all the kids back home. They shouldn't be here. I kind of feel bad. Yeah, this is really breaking my heart. Mine bleeds for them, honestly. My chest aches too. We're all very reluctant. You guys better brace yourselves. This fucking stupid asses. Oh my god. No, but I mean, hey, they get the job done. That's what matters, right? Oh, pretty good chapter. Again, had to do this in a little bit quicker this time since I actually kind of know what the fuck is being said. So, there, make sure that thing is nice and tight. We're doing good. We're doing good, guys. So, I know some people were disappointed with the reveal of Domi Reversi being basically just beat the shit out of whoever that enemy is, and eventually they just turn back to who they were. And people complaining that, Rox didn't gain his stamina back and so. But if you look at it, they're both kind of injured a little bit, as well as if you went back to Rox's thing, what stood out the most, whatchamacallit? Yeah, I'm trying to make sure this shit don't fucking have extra audio played. So the thing that actually was different about that was Rox already had been fighting quite a while, and then got Domi Reversed, then had to fight Prime Garp, Prime Rogers, lost, and after that, he was already tired before then. He only got even more fatigued, having been transformed back and all the other bullshit, but because he fought Garp and Rogers. And we have to remember that Figurlin Garland was literally right there, just ready to go. Haha, I got you, bitch. And stabbed him, So, as much as it'd be nice for him to still be alive, it's pretty unlikely at this point, I'm not going to lie. The other thing we have to take into consideration for that is, I know people were already going to be complaining about, if Luffy's over here doing, the opposite. Luffy's not really the strategist type, if you haven't noticed. He does sometimes have strategy, but it's a little bit more of like instinct. That would not be the way he fights, even if it is friends. So this kind of resolves itself a little better for what it is. And we still haven't seen what Imu's gonna do. He was literally in the last chapter just like, oh damn. So that's the Nidhogg. Well, we gotta have another plan, guys, because we're getting kind of beat. As it is, Summers got obliterated and split in half by Luffy's Thunder Thor rifle. Killingham just got his ass fucking squashed by Sanji, and all that's left is Gunko, right? But with this being it, these guys are Zoro, Dory, Broggy, and them. They're going to be fighting the rest of the warrior pirates that were turned into demons. that leaves Emu for Loki, Luffy, Ragnar, and basically the rest of the crew. If anybody else is gonna join, it'd probably be Sanji, maybe, since he's probably done. Maybe, or he's gonna stay with the women. Who knows? Yeah, all I can say is I think the chapter was good. I know there's some complaints. Also, Usopp seemingly this is becoming even more and more prevalent that it's not his arc, which kind of sucks because we were really hoping for something, especially since the last time we had him actually play a major role was Dressrosa with his observation haki, and since then we haven't really had anything like that. But all we can do is hope and pray that by the end of this, maybe some chance, he ends up getting something, because at this point Frankie now is probably on par with like Jinbei, or at least an admiral or some shit like that, because he just got super Vega Cola, and that shit is good. With that it though, I think that's pretty much all things covered, all things considered. Let me know if this audio came out good, if I talked too quietly. I know I might have needed to have the mic a little closer. We'll find out later now, won't we? But with that being said, Shinigami signing out. Thank you for watching. We have a break, but I will cover the SBS. We still have the stuff with Pokopia, whatever the fuck the name is. Oh, my nose. So we have the SBS, Pokopia. Maybe we'll cover the One Piece live action, since that might give us something as well extra to do. That's gonna be it. So have a good night, good evening, and good morning. I will see y'all next time. Until then, bye.